Over, I've been asked questions about climate change. I've had arguments with different people about what climate change is about. And here I'm just going to be explaining some misconceptions that people have about climate change. Here's common misconceptions about climate change. That climate change is, first of all, an idea sponsored by billionaires. What? Climate change is a real phenomenon caused by human activities. It affects communities, causing problems like drought, flooding, heat waves, and other extreme weather events. It's important to know that a vast majority of scientists who have spent their time and done research over the years have realized that climate change is real. So why should any sixth grader disagree with this? It's also important to note that the 13th goal of the Sustainable Development Goal is climate action. I genuinely think anyone will not disagree with any of the 16 other goals by the United Nations. So why should you disagree with climate change? Well, another misconception is that the climate has changed over history, so why should I really care? Climate change is predominantly caused by human activities such as the burning of fossil fuel, deforestation, and agriculture. These activities release greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. These gases trap heat from the sun, causing the Earth's temperature to rise. This warming is known as the greenhouse effect. In recent times, the amount of carbon that has been put into our atmosphere is at an alarming pace, more than ever before. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change confirmed that human activities are the main cause of global warming and climate change since the mid-20th century. Additionally, scientific consensus on the reality of human-caused climate change is very high, with over 97% of actively publishing climate scientists agreeing that human-caused climate change is happening. So another important thing that people say is that it's the coldest winter ever. How is global warming even an issue? Well, there's a big difference between weather and climate. Weather change is like day in, day out and short term, while climate change is a long term situation. It's estimated for about over 25 years. Also, the global north is pretty much just starting to feel the impacts of climate change severely. It affected a lot of people in the global south through flooding, heat waves, and other extreme events. While the Earth's climate is very complex and can have variability on a regional and local level, the long-term trend is a warming of the planet. Cold weather events such as a cold winter do not really contradict the existence of global warming or climate change. Another misconception is that Africa does not do renewable energy, so why should we not keep on exploring fossil fuel? Well, Africa cannot immediately transition to renewable energy, realistically. However, it's important for us to also be involved in the conversations and try to develop African countries and also position the countries for a just transition into renewable energies, as we expect that this is the future of the world. Another thing that people say is that Africa only emits less than 4% of global emissions, but we seem to be seeing activists screaming their lungs out. Well, we are affected by climate change the most due to pre-existing problems and natural reasons. However, it's important to try to be involved in the conversations since we are the most affected, and also try to transition to renewable energy as we grow to developed countries. Another thing that also people say, which is quite funny, is that most of our problems are as a result of bad leadership, not climate change. A huge amount of our problems truly are caused by bad leadership. However, a ton of these problems are directly and indirectly exacerbating the issues of climate change. This is why we need to find out solutions to climate change. Bye.